The Property Lane.
Brought to you by
Alo.
Ensebo mwami mukasa.
Mutyaneyo.
Yono broka.
Yenze broka wa mayumba.
Bangambye ne nyumba za mwenungiko.
Kituufu. Oyagala yabisenge bimeka?
Nga bisatu.
Ebbeeyi bagigambye?
Bangambye saatano.
Nedda ssebo zaali nnyamuuko.
Lwaki?
Anti langi gye tusiigisa ya mulembe. Kati ne valiyo y'ekitundu yalinnya.
Musiigisa ki?
Global Paints.
Mutya.
Ku siiringi tukozesa Global Mat. Ate munda ne tukozesa Global Silk Vinyl.
Singa kwetaga wabweru.
Wabweru tukozesa Global Weather Coat Emulsion.
Kusiiga gye musiiga. Ogwo omutindo okusasulira essente zonna.
Guli wumite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
The
Welcome to the Property Lane, where it's everything real estate. My name is Catherine Nanteza, and yes, I'm your host tonight. Our dear viewers, our fans, I send you greetings to everyone that loves the Property Lane, especially my number one fan, you know yourself. We are still back here at Pearl Marina, and we continue the conversation of investing in real estate, not only in Uganda, but East Africa. And in this particular episode, we will be comparing Uganda and East Africa. How are we doing? How do we do cross-border investments? How do we bring money into real estate? What does real estate do? I mean, to the rest of the economy. What is the impact of real estate on the rest of the economy? Yes, we are still here with someone you met last time, Sylvia.
Yes.
Please say hi to the viewers.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back.
Introduce yourself. There are some people who may not have followed last time.
Sure, my name's Sylvia Lau. I'm the head of sales and marketing at Pearl Marina Estates, and proud to be so. I'm very happy to be here and honored.
And our dear viewers, for those of you who could have missed the previous episodes, Pearl Marina is one of those few publicly listed real estate companies. So if you want to buy shares, please come. Come, let's talk on a part of this city that is coming up. And the other thing probably you could have missed is Pearl Marina is championed by Centum, which happens to be in almost 3 countries. Yes. Yeah, please tell us about that and how it is investing in East Africa. You're literally East African. Yeah. I mean, you're in Nairobi, Tanzania, and
and in Uganda.
Nairobi and Uganda, yeah.
So Pearl Marina is a member of the Centum Group, and it falls under the Centum Real Estate arm of the business.
Yes.
The Centum Real Estate arm of the business has so far managed land bank of about 11 to 12,000 acres of land. In Pearl Marina, we are holding 389 acres. It's a Ugandan farm. It's run by Ugandans. Everything has been lifted up here by Ugandans, the consultants and the team. But in Kenya, we have 2 major projects. We have the 2 Rivers project. So if you've ever been to Nairobi, you can visit
I've seen the 2 Rivers project.
You've been there?
Yeah, I was there last year.
What did you think?
They're quite interesting. I was shocked at the prices, though. They seem to be lower than in Uganda.
Yes. I'm sure there are a few factors that affect that. And we'll get into that.
And I want to get into that. Why is it cheaper, buying in Kenya? And we're talking of Nairobi.
Of course.
What is making our real estate in Uganda more expensive?
I think one of the barriers also is the point of entry.
Okay.
In Uganda, there's still a bit of a long way to go in sense of acquiring land that is fully titled, all the due diligence is done. So they talk about only 20% of the land in Uganda being titled. So that is very prohibitive for people who are coming in purely for investment to come into the market. So already there's a high level of exposure there. Okay. But it is reducing. I'm happy to report I feel that is reducing.
It is reducing. Government has had deliberate plans to help title most of the land. And I think they started in northern Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah. probably by end of this year, we will report a different figure. Yes.
No, I agree. And we can see that physically. The reason I say this, not to jump too much ahead, we want to be able to go into joint ventures with landowners and be able to put up apartments in another location. We can go to other locations, Nigeria, we can be in Kajansi, we can be in, Luboa.
When you say joint ventures, and you're talking of Kajansi, I mean, they don't have 400 acres.
No, it doesn't.
What's the minimum you're looking at in terms of size of land for joint ventures? And what do you really mean by joint ventures? Do you expect us to come with land and money, or just land?
No.
Because land we have.
That's true. No, land you do have. Of course, this will come with time because of demand and because you want to give people a variety as well. So once we're able to establish, very credible partnerships, a partner can bring in the land as equity, and we can discuss a joint venture.
What's the minimum size?
We haven't set that threshold yet. Technically, we create ecosystems. You have seen, as I mentioned earlier, we were talking about Two Rivers.
Yeah.
Two Rivers Mall, which was the largest mall in sub-Saharan Africa.
Are you planning to bring that here?
We are looking for partners who will come on board and where we can have these discussions and develop this type of malls or commercial entities. That's why I mentioned, we are where we have reached now. It's a good time for any potential investor out there who's worried about infrastructure, access to services, or legitimate ownership of the land, good documents. They can come now and we have a master planned area. So we've got already identified our commercial zones and our residential zones. So it's really a plug and play for any commercial investor to come in and see what they are strong at. So how I would put it, in Uganda, we are residential development. Hence the plan to do from 443 to the 4,000 homes. That's a small city.
Those are homes.
These are residential. So because here we don't have the experience or the capacity
for the commercial.
Yes, we don't have the manager operators.
Do you mall would work like the one in Kenya you talked about?
Yes, 100%. 100%, because when you talk to the community at large, what happens is a lot of people within this community, between here and Luboa, you don't have a lot of like these big malls and recreation and, So
and what we have is a replication of small, trying to be
commercial centers. Commercial centers. You do have malls. Ugandans, I will say, have very good taste. When you decide to do something, you do it well.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. There's a certain
we have CJs now in Kenya.
I know. And you're doing very well. You're actually doing very well in Nairobi. People really appreciate it. In fact, when they find out it's Ugandan, they say, what are we missing?
Yeah, they should come and check out
They
more.
should come here so they can connect easily when they leave Kenya and they come, they find something familiar that they're used to. And that cross... having that presence of a brand across the two countries, that synergy, it's very important for us, even as Centum. So a lot of the anchor clients that you would have in those malls, let's say someone was to put up a mall, you would have the same anchor clients that we have in Two Rivers, your China Squares, your Carrefours, your Aga Khan hospitals, your LCYPTs.
Have you seen Aga Khan of late?
Yes, I have. That was a fantastic development.
You know?
Understand? That is a really, really great initiative, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see what comes, because I think the Foundation for Aga Khan does quite a lot and contributes a lot. And that was that's a very good achievement. People comfortable to be in the country. Anything can come up. It means you can get quality medical services and training for the Ugandan.
Still talking about what makes real estate cheaper in Nairobi. I was actually very surprised. Like in the Nakasero of Nairobi, you can get a 50K apartment, which you cannot do here. So you talked of the fact that the land tenure is one of the challenges that, what else do you think is hindering us?
I think a huge part of it is probably cost of construction as well.
Cost?
Yeah.
What brings it down in Kenya?
I think given
Bamburi?
Yes. But you have Tororo here
You
and
know.
the rest. So
Yeah.
just the cost of maybe importing. I wish they could interrogate that more.
Uh-huh.
And I think they're doing things to make it work, actually. 'Cause
Okay.
when I understand there's a steel plant coming up. So the government is really working. We will benefit from those initiatives that they're doing at the moment, where the
Okay.
cost of concrete and steel
Comes down.
reduces, yeah. And that will make it a very level playing field with Kenya then, because you're paying a much significantly higher amount for these products, because that is what you're consuming the most when you're constructing. It's your steel and your concrete. So these play a big role into it.
Ah.
Yes.
So for you have all that being manufactured in Kenya.
Yeah, we have it in Kenya. I think also maybe proximity to the coastline has benefited us for sure. Another thing is because of the early on investments in infrastructure and the presence of a lot of financial services. Our financial services has done very well.
Does it have anything to do with government?
It does. It does.
Okay.
Government has to support you. If government does not, if people cannot access their offices, people who are using public transport are not easily able to take a taxi from their home to their place of work. It will take me 30 minutes to get to office.
Talking about the transport, I
Yes.
realized in Nairobi there are no borders anymore. They've been pushed at the outskirts of Nairobi. How did you manage that? And what does it change?
It changes a lot. It changes a lot in terms of just, the user experience on
Okay.
the road, and even also security up to a point, because
Okay.
how do you monitor such large groups of border users? But I'll also say that we don't have a border culture in general. In Uganda, it is widely accepted and used, and it's also a source of income for a lot of families in Uganda. So it doesn't mean those two things can't work. If you look at Garuga Road, you don't feel it as much because the road has the BRT lanes. So they have their lanes, and there's a sufficient space for the cars to move as well. So you don't feel it as much as when you're in a congested road in Kampala.
When you talk of BRT, my viewers may not understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So could you explain that?
So BRT lanes is bikes, rail, and train. I think
Okay.
it's very generalized, but
or
it's
buses.
buses,
Yeah.
rail, and train.
Okay.
It also bikes, and any lane that is dedicated to users that are not using the standard vehicles, the normal vehicles. So it allows them to have some sort of safety is there, number one, and also it allows some sort of how do you say? It's a control factor.
Okay.
When everything is organized, things move a lot faster, it's a lot more efficient, people know what they're doing. Of course, we want to see more happening. We want to see government-sponsored bus stops that will shield people from the rain. We want to see zebra crossings. We want to see traffic lights.
And I've heard of such developments coming up
Yeah.
with government. But moving back to what you're doing out of Uganda.
Correct.
What of that are you bringing to Uganda? I know that Kenya is way ahead. You have to accept. But are we seeing more of that coming into Uganda? What are you doing in your other projects in Nairobi and Mombasa that we should be expecting or we will be seeing in the Ugandan project?
So, and if you ask anyone and the center, they'll tell you out of our portfolio, we have a portfolio in Nairobi and in Vipingo. They will tell you by far everybody wants to be at Palmarina.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because it's just so beautiful, and the potential at the stage it's in, it's just going to be a fantastic environment. But to go back to Nairobi, Nairobi with the Two Rivers Mall, one of the things that has come up, we did the residential blocks. It's a UN gazetted area, so because we're in Gigiri, we get a lot of the experts. We are able to provide the standard that they're looking for. We are also, I'm happy to say, a UN zone, UN approved zone as well.
Yeah,
here.
I heard of that in the first episode. Yeah.
Which is something fantastic. But also to lend itself, we have developed a special economic zone, which is our Triffic.
Okay.
In fact, we have just released our DREDs. Please go and research Triffic DREDs, because that allows you a lower level of entry to invest into real estate.
Okay.
So
you're talking about the REITs.
the REITs.
Please say it in full.
REITs, the real estate investment trusts. But what we've seen is by developing initially a special economic zone, which is what we're also looking to do in Palmarina, by the way.
Okay.
So this is, you're getting an exclusive.
Lucky me.
You're very lucky.
Okay.
You're very lucky. So we are going to look at setting up a special economic zone where
in Palmarina.
In Palmarina.
Wow.
As I mentioned, we have commercial zones, but this will be purely owned and run by us under the Centum Group, and Palmarina specifically, where it allows for people in the export industry, import-export, to have tax incentives. And all this, yes. So they end up saving on a lot of costs. It improves efficiency. They have, we provide a setup that is also plug and play for them. Everything is set up. So someone who's investing, imagine being 20 minutes from the airport. Your office is based here. Any export imports you're doing, you have an office. Everything is taken care of, the infrastructure. And
shall we have like warehouses as well?
That is something we can consider at a later stage. For now, we will take office spaces. In Uganda, in Kenya, we had 2 blocks. I'm happy to say they're both fully occupied. So that means there's a lot of demand from foreign investors or from people locally who are invested heavily in export. It's heavily complemented also by our Wipingo development, where the president recently launched our Wipingo Special Economic Zone, which is 2,000 acres.
Nice.
So again,
and that's Kenya.
That is in Kenya. But there's
2,000 acres. Wow.
100%. So we are not trying to play small. We are trying to contribute actively and consciously to the economy and to the country. And we are cognizant of the fact that infrastructure and ability to do these things plays a huge role. So when we develop something where you come and just set up your office and start.
Nice. I have so many questions running in my head and very limited time. But I wanted to know, how do you get your buyers? And what sort of buyers are buying into Palmarina? Okay. I want to know if you're getting referrals. Yeah, because that says a lot on the kind of product and its reception among the buyers. So how do you get your buyers?
Of course, a big source of our clients is through referrals.
Through referrals?
Through our existing
How did you get your first buyers in Uganda?
The first buyers, of course, when we came into the market, we designed a master plan for the entire 389 acres. We presented it to the market with the future plans.
How did you present it to the market? Billboards, what?
Yes, of course. You have to engage all the, TV. We did campaigns on TV. We did campaigns on billboards. We did radio. We were very, very, very active in the space. We also do diaspora activations. So anywhere you see Centum, you'll see Palmarina, or you can even find us as just Palmarina, because Ugandans are very keen. In fact, they're really complaining that we're not going enough. They're saying, we need to see you. We need to understand what you're offering. We need to talk to you, engage with you more. So there's a huge demand from the diaspora client because they want peace of mind.
They do.
When they buy, they don't have to work. It's a secure investment, and they're able to build a home and grow their families in this environment. So these are the channels that have allowed us to be able to grow. And as long as we keep delivering and we've learned hard lessons along the way, but as long as we keep moving and we keep going, then we're able to actually supply what the demand is there for. The demand is there. That one I can assure.
In terms of percentage, what percentage of your buyers are referrals?
I could give it all the way up to maybe 40-45% would be coming from referrals. So referrals.
45%. That's quite a big number.
It's a huge amount.
So it means like your first clients want another unit in the new estate and are still booking in the next phase.
Of course. They are booking in the next phase. I always say, and it's not any shade to any other developer, you're doing wonderful projects. I have to say, we are very uniquely placed. We're a different type. We are master developers. That's how we see it. Because even other developers can come here and put up We might see in the future another developer who's putting up a different product, maybe affordable housing or very high-end luxury. And if they're offering something
you have
different,
like, are you going into affordable anytime? Because let's agree, this is not affordable. Yeah, okay, not like, no, when you say affordable, there's affordable for every level and every category, but this is not low income, right?
It's not low income,
No,
yes,
it's not.
but I don't think we are totally outside of the affordable bracket.
Okay.
We are going to come in, because affordable, it means we've flexible payment plans. We are partnering with the banks. In fact, one of the biggest challenges that we are looking to sort out is access to financing.
Yeah.
And, at an affordable rate.
Actually, the government is coming up
Yes.
that will be able to facilitate banks so that they are able to give affordable mortgages to those who want to do mortgages in real estate. As we come to the end of the show, let's talk about where have you found challenges for someone coming in. Talk to government. Tell them, what do they need to do to ensure that we have more Pearl Marinas? Where have you found challenges? You have less than like a minute or two.
That's okay. That's fine.
Okay.
No, we applaud the initiative to start with the mortgage refinancing. That's a very critical part for us to be able to realize the dream of home ownership. Everybody should be able to access finance to get into a home. You'd rather not pay rent and pay something towards your own security. That's a big challenge. Well, I feel if we overcome that, then we can expand exponentially. The second challenge, of course, as I said, is obviously just cost control. Cost of construction in the country, if that can be mitigated through internal sources, that would definitely take us a long way. And obviously, in general, if you want to expand outside of the market, we're looking at planning. What is the government planning in the future? What are the infrastructure plans? So if that kind of information is available to us earlier on as developers, then you're able to plan ahead and say, okay, in this road, there's a big road coming up, or this is coming up, a network is coming up, so this industry is coming up. So you're able to then plug into that and develop units that are suitable to that market. So those are the challenges.
I'm happy I didn't hear about taxes. Most of the developers, their biggest challenge has been the too many taxes.
100%.
But you didn't mention that. So for you, it's not a problem.
But it falls into the cost of construction because you're paying the taxes on those costs. That is a big thing. If there are any reliefs that can be given to us as developers for...
You didn't even ask for incentives.
Yeah, tax and but that is what we are looking for with
Okay.
KMRC, not KMRC, but the mortgage refinancing. So if those can form part of that package.
Yeah, and we are benchmarking the KMRC.
Yes, you are. Yes,
Yeah.
and that is KMRC is working very well for us in Vipingo. By the coast. It's working excellent because we have projects like the service plots here and there, same thing, Kingswood. If we have the same thing here, then we are good to go.
Thank you, Sylvia. It's been a very wonderful time, and I'm sure our viewers have enjoyed sitting and listening to you and also driving through Pearl Marina. Dear viewers, we continue to bring you what other developers are doing in Uganda. Uganda is growing. Uganda tandisutunyumira. We will be showing you more interesting developments happening in Uganda. Drive around Pearl Marina, take time, come and book yourself an apartment or a villa in the new project. Otherwise, from my crew and from Sylvia, see you next time.
The Property Lane.
Brought to you by
Alo.
Ensebo mwami mukasa.
Mutyaneyo.
Yono buloka.
Yenze buloka wa mayumba.
Bangambye ne nyumba za nnungiko.
Kituufu. Oyagala bisenge bimeka?
Nga bisatu.
Ebbeeyi bagigambye?
Abangambye saataano.
Nedda ssebo eno zaali nnyamuuko.
Lwaki?
Anti langi gye tusiigisa ya mulembe. Kati ne valiyo ekitundu yalinnya.
Musiigisa ki?
Global Paints.
Mutya.
Ku siiringi tukozesa Global Mat. Ate munda ne tukozesa Global Silk Vinyl.
Singa kwetaga wabweru.
Wabweru tukozesa Global Weather Coat Emulsion.
Kusiiga gye musiiga. Ogwo omutindo ogusasulira essente zonna.
Guli wumite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
The Property Lane.